I'm your host Merna. Today's episode's a little bit different. We're not just watching sports, we're living it. We are at Beijing Sport University, one of the most prestigious universities in the world for athletic talents from China and beyond. Today, our dialogue is going to be very interesting with guests from around the world joining us. But before we dive into our conversation of what is sports like in today's world, please check out this video from Beijing Sports University. Welcome back to the Power of Youth Plus. I'm Merna and thank you so much for joining us. I hope you loved that video. I'm joined again with three amazing guests from the university. Guys, please say hello to the camera.
Hello everyone, my name is Janet and I'm from Pakistan. I'm studying in Beijing Sport University, School of Education.
My name is Ano. I am a soon-to-be sophomore year student in BSU. I major in sports training for football.
Hello everyone, I'm Sunil from Beijing Sport University, and my major is sports science.
Where are we right now? Can someone tell me?
We are in martial art areas in Beijing Sport
So it's very
University.
quiet.
It is.
Is that why we're all feeling like very, stay
always
calm?
quiet.
But it's just us right now, so I think it's okay to let loose. To start with an icebreaker, what is your favorite sport? Let's start with you.
My favorite sports is run, swim, cycling, and volleyball.
Volleyball. Which one do you like to play most?
Favorite is volleyball.
Me, I like badminton.
Badminton.
Yes.
Is it in
and also
Pakistan?
swimming.
Is it famous for squash?
Yeah, squash.
How are your squash skills?
Me, I don't like it and I don't play. I just like badminton.
Badminton's fun
Yeah.
too, and I think during the World Games, Pakistan is pretty impressive in badminton as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'd say basketball as well. Yeah, I used to play basketball for a while. And,
Did you follow any teams or sports clubs?
I used to follow the Golden State Warriors
Oh,
for basketball. Then for football, I follow Wolves in the Premier League. Yeah.
that's fun, that's fun. All right, so we are now in Beijing Sports University. Brings us to the top question of why choose Beijing Sports University to do your studies? Let's start with Janet.
The first is just related to sports, and I choose they have a strong study background and great facilities and good environment. And also the most important thing that I choose Beijing Sport University, I was thinking that they have an English major, but when I came here, everything is in Chinese, and also it's a capital. And the most important thing is that it was the capital of China. Before I was in Xi'an City, and after that I moved to Beijing. And the main thing is to join this sports university. This is only related to sports because I am passionate about sports, and I can calculate combine my passionate study research area in China and Beijing Sport University. That's why I choose Beijing Sport University.
What made you want to enter into sports education?
Because as you know, the Pakistan is a Muslim country and there is very less sports because of the religion. We do, but the dressing sense, we can't wear that kind of shorts and the small dresses. That's why we don't have much sports in Pakistan. So I want to take this passion, this sports, to go back to my country. That's why I choose this area.
Oh, that's interesting. So you first started your journey in Xi'an and then in Beijing.
Yeah, I came in Xi'an in 2016. After I did my master degree over there, and after that I came here in 2020, end of the 2020. When I think I need to go back, then my heart is shaking that you will go back, you will definitely miss China.
Online, there's a post, actually, I've seen it a lot on TikTok and Instagram. It says when you leave home to go home.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something that lots of people can relate to when they live in another country.
Yes, but we just feel it's my second home.
Yeah.
So when I go back home for the holidays, I definitely miss China.
Since I was young, I had a deep love for sports. And after I graduated from my high school, choose college is very difficult, as you know.
The process, yes.
Yeah, it's very difficult. And I watched all universities in China. I found Beijing Sport University is very fit to me because I I fall in love with running in my junior high school, and I keep running till today.
I mean, you grew up in Beijing.
Yeah, I
Which
did.
district in Beijing did you grow up?
I'm mostly in Chaoyang.
In Chaoyang. Tell us a
Yeah.
bit more. What do you love most about Chaoyang?
In Chaoyang, well, it's kind of like the center of the city, I guess.
It's true, it's true. I don't know if you guys checked the internet lately, but in Beijing, Liangma River
Yeah,
is now
Liangma
very
River,
popular
yeah.
for different sports about
Yeah.
kayaking and
Yeah.
canoeing. So I think that's really, really nice if you guys want to check it out. With the sunset, it's such a beautiful place to do extra sports, even stuff that people didn't do before. Now let's go back to you. What made you choose Beijing Sports University?
I chose Beijing Sports University because it's probably like the best sports university in China. A lot of like resources that are provided here could be beneficial for me, and I think Beijing Sports University has like the best resources in terms of like football. I met a lot of like good players that played professionally before in the team I practice in.
How beautiful. And then what are your thoughts about the football teams here in Beijing Sports University with your training and stuff?
They're very good, good intensity. Because I'm the only foreigner in that sports team, so everybody's like way more, like I would say centered to me, I guess, because I'm very friendly, and so like whenever I train with them, it's always a good time.
Being here at the university, do you feel like the sport environment is really all over you? Because as we say, lots of young people now do not enjoy doing sports, but being in a sports university, what's the vibe like? Can you tell us?
The first thing is for physical fitness. It's not just the competitions and that we are participating, we are just looking at the people and we are going around. No, also the sports is also in health, in physical fitness. It is a lot of fun, but mostly people, young generation, they're not in, because it's a social media, they are just using these kind of things. But as for me, I'm really enjoying that Beijing Sport University, and I'm the only here from Pakistan. And right now, the Chinese language is an interesting language for me, and I speak Chinese everywhere with teachers, with professors, and with students.
It is true. Lots of international friends right now from different cultures are learning Chinese.
Yeah,
But other than Anu, for example, you've grown up speaking Chinese. So do you think it's difficult growing up speaking Chinese and compared to like learning the language as an adult?
I mean, it was pretty easy for me because I came here when I was 5, and every day after school, I would always just sit down in front of the TV, watch cartoons, and usually those cartoons would have like subtitles underneath. So I'll just be listening, and as a kid, it's pretty easy to adopt to the language because you learn faster as a kid,
So the topic of our episode, of course, is how sport bridges cultures. In your opinion, how do you feel like sport acts as a bridge between different cultures?
Obviously, it brings people together. If you share a certain sport, obviously everyone's gonna come together and play. Although maybe your languages or the race, you always find time to enjoy each other when it comes to like the same sport that you play.
Speaking of football, what are your plans later? To graduate and perhaps join a football team?
Yeah, I am preparing or planning to go on a trial to a professional team in China. Hopefully, if that works, great. But if that doesn't work, I'll probably be a coach here in China. The differences between here and Zimbabwe is the system of how we train. So in Beiti, they're more so scientific. So for example, you have football on Monday training, and then Tuesday you have gym, and then it just kind of repeats. But in Zimbabwe it's different because usually they'll just pile everything up in one day, so you have football and gym at the same day. So just kind of, yeah.
And as for the sports, there is a different, like in my country, we are, the girls, they are very less in sports, to be true. Even there is only 1 or 2 universities who they are just majoring in sports. So I also have a plan to go back to my country, to survive my country, to teach them what I learned from China. what I got from China, different culture exchange, because sports has no language, right? So yeah, definitely I will make change. I will try my best to make change in my country, back to my country.
You mentioned something very magical, which is sports has no country or boundaries in terms of connecting with people.
Yeah.
Have you guys met anyone from another background living here in China, whether he's from China or another country, that you really related with them through sports, but they really came from a completely different background than the one you grew up in?
I think it could be one of my close Chinese friends. He's called Zheng Wenxuan. Me and him, we just started being friends like recently, and he has been through a lot in terms of like playing professional football.
Oh.
And me and him, although we are from different backgrounds, I could tell him what I have been through, you know, in terms of like football, and he could tell me what he's been through in terms of football. And his experiences and advices that he gives me helps me a lot in terms of, you know, football and also life. You know, I also ask him about like life advices and stuff. And so I feel like in that way we really like kind of related, because we are both in the same situation in terms of life and football. And yeah, that's it.
What do you think are the biggest hardships for a football player in your age right now?
I'd say probably maybe injuries, or maybe trying to make it into a professional team or like a team, or making sure you have enough power in your team, you know.
I think football is it's a team sport. It's not like, let's say, sometimes
It's a team sport.
it's
yeah.
a team
Yeah, it's a team
sport.
sport,
So how do
but-
you think you can function in a team sport of finding your own voice or your position?
I mean, although it's a team sport, but at the same time, every player has their own ego, you know.
Yeah.
You have to work with each other to accomplish a certain goal, which is maybe winning a game or winning a championship. But I guess it's just a learning process, because when you're in a team full of good players, you kind of have to learn how to let go a bit of your ego so that you can accomplish a certain goal as a team, which is hard, you know, for certain players, but it's a process that you have to go through.
Very good. So we have started the conversation a bit ago about how young people right now are not as enjoying of sports as we are. So if we were to take an advice from our fellow guests here on the show, what would be your advice in terms of having the strength to continue training and continuing with physical sports, as it is helpful for us as young people? What would you advise them?
I think it's important that they need to join the sports. The first thing is that if you have health, you have everything. If you don't have health, you cannot do anything. If the job and the other stuff is before is the health. Like we need to show them our sports, the small like football and the badminton, and also that the small balls, we need to play with them to make a fun with them. Don't be very serious. If your teacher is serious to teaching the sports, they will not listen to you, you know. And then you have to make more fun, that they will interest in sports, and then they will learn.
And I think we should supply some background of the knowledge when we teach to our students. For example, we can tell our students sports rehabilitation and the supply nutrition.
It is more important than the actual competitive sports. It's actually the extra knowledge that you're sharing in terms of recovery, rehabilitation. You do use that a lot in football, don't you?
Rehabilitations, injuries, how they help out and then they recover. Mostly sports, they have injuries is a normal. Even mostly in a football, right?
Injuries is pretty common.
The leg injury, it's normal, very normal.
So it's good. You gave us really good advice about teaching kids or even young people more knowledge about rehabilitation, about health benefits and nutrition. So I think that's the whole, and I think this is what your university right now offers. It's not actually what people think, just the sports aspects of competition. You actually have lots of majors and institutes from.
Majors like sports management,
Yeah.
sports engineering, and sports education, Olympic. There is a lot of major, and also there is sports health. This main the important major is sports science.
Sports
It's related to
science,
body.
look at that.
Yeah, even they are doing experiment. People don't know what is sport. They are just think we are just playing. No, we do research. Yeah, we are doing experiment. It is very hard for PhD student, but it is good for the people who they are coming in sports.
They are,
We can
definitely.
help them out. Yeah.
All right, well,
become injuries.
since you're all wonderful students in your respective fields and aspects, what do you think the future looks like?
I am planning to apply for Chinese University of Hong Kong. Keep studying my major, sports science, and I want to research in sports nutrition and sports physiology.
In a few years, if we sit back together, all four of us again, we'll expect a pro in sports science, and then we'll expect probably a pro football player. He won't have time for us anyways. Sorry, I know he won't be sitting with us. And then we'll sit together and discuss all the achievements that you wanted to do
I
earlier
wish
today.
to again we will see together.
In a few years.
Maybe.
Keep a time slot for us open in a few years. All right, so we're ending The Power of Youth right now. Thank you so much for watching. This is The Power of Youth Plus. See you next time.
See you next
See you next
time.
time.